Welcome back to Mind Coliseum. This morning, I want to speak with you about self-improvement to the point where it becomes toxic. Now, self-improvement in and of itself is not toxic. It's the process that you're going through mentally, your mindset, while you're self-improving, that may be toxic. For example, you don't like your job, you want to leave, you're not feeling comfortable, you're not progressing, you're not getting promoted, you want to leave, but you don't get or you don't plan to have a better job that is more appropriate and suitable for you, and you just leave. That's lack of patience. You haven't planned everything properly. You're in such a rush. That's when it can become toxic. You want to self-improve to a better job, that's fine, but plan. Or you sabotage healthy relationships because you're thinking, I need to get out of, this friendship group, when you don't have an actual reason to, but you just feel like you need to get better friends when they're not dragging you down. If they were dragging you down, making you feel depressed, unhappy, and the toxic, that's different. But you have this idea of you want to be around these certain types of people, so you just sabotage the healthy relationships that you do have. That's when self-improvement becomes toxic. It's not a bad thing to want a higher caliber, higher value of friends. Nothing wrong with that. But if the ones you have are healthy and they're supporting you, you don't have to ditch them just to get the ones that you ideally want. If they're supporting you and they're there for you and they're kind to you, why leave? Just stay. Be cool. Be cool. Help each other out. Or the next thing is where self-improvement may become toxic is you're working on your physical health. You want to get the, big muscle, but you keep thinking you're not doing enough, that you're not doing well enough. But a few days ago, you deadlifted a new PR, your own new PR. You're like, as soon as it happened, you're like, wow, that's amazing. And then 2 days later, yeah, I'm depressed. Oh, I need to do another one. It's like, dude, chill. Chill. Rest. And then go at it again. Take your time. Patience. You just beat your personal record like a few days ago. Relax. And then next week, try again. Patience. Because you didn't just beat your PR or get a new PR. You didn't just beat your old record and get a new PR just like that. It took time. So, once again, you beat it this week. Maybe you can try again next week. Take your time, rest, recharge, and, hammer at the nail of your disappointment again. Whatever. You know what I mean. Take your time, relax. And another thing is this, right? When we're anxious, right? When we're having panic about improving and self-improving so much, it's usually because we may not realize it, but we are exposing ourselves to our insecurities, like that you're the type of person who you don't stay committed so long to the point where you actually see the outcome of your hard work in many things in the past. So now you're like, okay, because I know I'm the type of person that I don't stay committed so long for me to see the results of the things I want, and I have a track record of that. Now that I've found something I really want to improve at, I'm just gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna go just fucking crazy, and I'm just gonna tackle it and get the highest score, highest result, the best result ever. Because you know that if you take your time and you're patient and you plan properly, you may just not be motivated or disciplined or committed or determined enough to actually see it through. So when you're anxious and you're, panicking about, I need to improve so quick, and you're not exercising patience, which is very important, it's usually because if you don't do it right now, you may not wake up tomorrow and go for that run. You might not jog tomorrow. You might not hit the gym 4 times a week anymore. You might just stop at 2, and then before you know it, it goes to 0. So a lot of the time, when you're not patient, look at your own insecurities. Like, is it because I think I'm not committed enough? Is it because I'm scared I might not achieve my goal if I take my time? Because a lot of the time we are fighting our thoughts of, I'm not a motivated or disciplined person. I'm not a committed person naturally. So I know if I'm planning and I know it's going to take me 5 years, I might just quit at year 4.5. So I need to go crazy. I need to do it this year. That's where you need to improve your patience and calm yourself down. Reassure yourself that you're determined, you're strong, you're smart, you know what you're doing, and you will stay committed. When you're not patient, it's usually because you are not someone who will stick it long enough. You won't stick it out long enough to see the result. So you want to go crazy, get the result right now. Be honest with yourself. Self-reflect. How have you handled things in the past? If you're someone who doesn't stick with something long enough to see the result, and now you're having no patience whatsoever, it's usually because if you don't achieve it right now, you might not stick it out long enough to see the result in 5 years, in 10 years. Practice patience. Continue to be disciplined. Practice patience. And when you practice patience, the process becomes a little easier because now you start to analyze things better and see things better. And then you become more grateful for the process. Take your time. Like, you're trying to achieve something, but enjoy the process. Like, live the process. Don't just act out the process. Don't blow your mind up with impatience. Just take your time. Be aware. Take it all in. Be more grateful. Because that's what happens. When you're more patient, you take your time, everything's a little slower. Because you're taking it at the right pace. And then you start to be more grateful because you notice things more. Because you've slowed things right down. That's all for this morning. I'll speak with you soon. Stay blessed and patient.